I started drinking in the 6th grade. I remember getting drunk because I wanted an 8th grade girl to think I was cool. The strange part is I'd completely forgotten about it for over 40 years until I came back here, and once that memory came back, everything changed. What if the biggest thing that is stealing your joy isn't what you think? I didn't realize it until I discovered another form of kryptonite. This is Kryptonite On Location. Today I'm at Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri. People come here for fun. They come here to make memories, to laugh, to ride, roller coasters, to watch shows. My family came here to make memories. Instead, I stumbled onto another form of kryptonite. At the time, I had absolutely no idea what it was, but before the end of the day, I realized I was carrying something I didn't realize I knew I had. At first, I didn't understand what was happening. As we walked through the park, little pieces of my childhood just started surfacing. I'd come here as a child, and I had flashes of other times. Then one memory stopped me. I was in the Ozarks, which is where Silver Dollar City is. And I was in the Ozarks with my friend Steve, and we wanted beer. We weren't old enough to buy it. So we spotted a guy who looked like the kind of a person who would buy kids beer. He was literally a Hell's Angel. It said it on the back of his leather vest. He had a long beard, tattoos, and we looked at each other and thought, this is going to be easy. Instead, he looked straight at us in the eye and said, "No, the police watch us. I'm not buying beer for kids." I remember being stunned. That man who looked the toughest ended up having more integrity than we did. A little later, an ordinary looking man bought it for us without hesitation. Funny how life works. As we kept walking, another memory surfaced. Back then, I'd hide beer in my neighbor's trash can. Well, on this day, the neighbor found it while he was cutting grass. So I quickly ran inside, called his house, asked for him. I said, "Is Chuck there?" in a deep voice. And then he went inside, and when he went inside, I went back and got the beer out of the trash can. I thought I was clever. Today, I see something very different. Those weren't isolated moments. Drinking slowly became normal. Eventually, I was driving drunk. I had slept in my car because I couldn't make it home. And looking back, I can see where it was all leading. But then another memory came back, and this one changed the way I saw myself. I remember being in the 8th grade, drunk, out on the street, dancing like a complete fool. My friends were laughing, and I loved it. Not because I was drunk, because for those few minutes, I felt accepted. I felt like I belonged. And standing in Branson, in the Lake of the Ozarks, in Silver Dollar City, something finally clicked. For years, I thought pornography was my kryptonite. Then I came to believe maybe alcohol was. But then I remembered the iceberg, the kryptonite iceberg that I had talked about. Pornography was above the surface. Alcohol was above the surface. Those were the behaviors. The real kryptonite was underneath the kryptonite iceberg. And suddenly, I wasn't looking at alcohol anymore. I was looking at a 6th grade boy who wanted an 8th grade girl to think he mattered. That's where this really began. I wasn't chasing alcohol. I wasn't chasing pornography. I was chasing acceptance. The feeling that someone noticed me, liked me, wanted me, or laughed with me. Maybe then I'd finally be enough. Because my father was a great man, and I love him, and I know he loved me. But he was a professor and was almost logical like Spock. And so, honestly,
Hold this for a second.
I felt like I was ignored. And I think I was looking for acceptance from girls or friends. And so alcohol wasn't my kryptonite. Pornography really wasn't my kryptonite.
We're going to get squirted.
Although those are kryptonite things at the tip of the iceberg.
We're going to get squirted.
Those were the symptoms.
We're going to get
My
squirted.
deeper kryptonite was believing I needed someone else's approval to believe I had value. And once I could finally see what was below the surface, everything above the surface started making sense. Maybe that's true for you too. Maybe the thing you've been fighting isn't actually the kryptonite. Maybe you are on top, you're fighting the top of the kryptonite iceberg. Maybe it's just pointing you towards the real kryptonite. I came to Branson expecting to make new memories. Instead, I uncovered one of the oldest memories I had, and it helped me understand what had really been weakening me all along. Maybe that's true for you too. Maybe the thing you've been fighting isn't actually your kryptonite. Maybe it's just pointing to it. So let me leave you with one question. What's your kryptonite? Or maybe an even better question, what's below your kryptonite iceberg? Because everybody has kryptonite. And everybody has behaviors, but not everyone discovers what's underneath them. If today's episode made you think, I put together some free resources to help you begin uncovering your own kryptonite. Visit powerfuleric.com. Until next time, bring it to light and reclaim your might.